We are one of, if not the biggest clan in Bannerlord. And we have many, many victories, which you would have seen me post. This game, however, you've got to watch. I'm calling it the humbling of the Biori or something along those lines. Get ready for a really epic battle. 5 rounds. Valandia versus the Empire. We are in the reds. The Imperials are in the yellows. We are fighting against the 13th Tagma, the Legion of Ors, and the Principality of Varcheg. 3 awesome and respectful clans. I have a lot of praise for them as we move out to the marketplace. And here we are through this tunnel on the other side. They are looping around the side of the map as the 13th Tagma. You can tell it's the 13th Tagma because of those purple hands on their yellow shields. And it looks like they've got crossbowmen. I believe we have longbowmen. And there's, I think, is that the Legion of Ors over there with the lions on their shields? See that? At the moment we're facing off. There's a much larger number of us here. Look at all the boys ready and eager to get stuck in as our longbows fire between our shields. Their crossbowmen appear to have disappeared. I reckon they've gone around the right flank, and that other infantry unit has also gone around the flank. I don't think there's an order for charge here, as we're kind of poking at each other in this small space. We've got a lot more men. We should be barging through them. But like I say, this is a long time ago. Our confidence is not nearly as high. But slowly but surely we all get pushed together as the fight begins and gets a bit down and dirty. As the shields collide upon each other. Maces flying through the air. Oh no, there's the enemy crossbowmen up there on the right, and it appears there's arrows coming from the right, meaning, yeah, our ranged units are fighting with their ranged units as we are in a bit of a turtleneck bottleneck here. A bit of a turtled fight though. And the battle line seems to be dissipating as we're fighting there, but there's a few legionaries coming in from behind, which is making it very hard to get a good fight. I go down, I shouldn't turn my back on the enemy. And yes, it looks some Imperials have got a nice flank there, and we melt like butter. Something we wouldn't let happen, but we did. Moving on to the second round, here we are. This time we're formed up in that tunnel again. The enemy is the far side of the map. We look like we're just getting into position, and just in front of me at that cart is King Gilles Le Breton. He's the king. He's the leader of the Bretonnian clan. We are very mighty. We've got so many members, guys, and you're all welcome to join and play with us whenever you want. But the orders are given to move up to the centre of the map next to these lovely fruits and vegetable produce. The 13th Tagma across from us with the purple hand. It looks like the Legion of Ors going around the far left. I think that's them. I hope it is. I do often get these things wrong. And it looks like they're doing the wide flank. At this point we really should be charging forward, but again, this is early days. We're still getting used to fighting together and playing the game, as the skirmish phase is well on the way. The enemy crossbowmen seem to be up there in those stairs behind their shields as we fire between the gaps of our shields at the enemy. See that purple tower? Oh, the enemy are coming up from behind. The enemy's coming from behind. I think there's a bit of confusion here. We get told to move back to our spot, as the rest of our forces should deal with them. There they go, to meet them in the tunnel in the choke point, as we hold our shields up, facing off with the enemy, letting our longbowmen get some more work done. But I don't think we're doing enough at this moment. And it looks like the PV, you know it's the PV because they have the purple castle on their shields. And the 13th Tagma are moving up now to face us. That's a very quick engagement. And the fighting begins. A kick straight to me. I'm going against a guy called Varan, and he's very good, very skilled player. And the fighting is raging on already. There's no battle lines, not like the last one where there's 2 teams. I go down to a team damage. It's okay. But unlike the last one where there was a battle line, this one, no battle line. It's just chaos spread out through the marketplace. And looking at the far right corner, I can't see any fight going on there. It looks like we lost that fight. And numbers say it all, 22 versus 8. Another one to the Imperials, glory to the Empire. There's a few of our lads are fighting there in the back. Not much left to see though, not much left to see. They fight valiantly against numbers. Good game. Let's move on over to round 3. We're moving up into the centre of the map following King Gilles. He's wearing the crown at the front, at the head of this column. Some of the enemy is spotted ahead. And some more further in the distance if you've got good eyes. And some of our lads moving over to the left hand side. I'm not sure what they're up to. It's been a while. This is a long time ago, this game. Should have done it fresh. And we've got about 10 longbowmen. That's a lot of longbowmen to have in a game like this, in a dirty street fight. But the enemy crossbowmen are there. Not as many ranged units as we have. How many is there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe? And our main infantry unit is making our way around the bend. Being humbled so far, 2-0. We've been winning a lot, and there's the rest of our men meeting up with us. we've been humbled. We're getting humbled in this game, though. We've been winning a lot recently, so it's nice to see a game where you don't just win. I hate it when you only see a win from someone, but there's still 3 rounds left. There's still hope as we pick on this lone crossbowman from the 13th root beer. But the action's not happening here. They came in full circle already, and they are behind us as we are caught out of formation. But the battle line is not broken yet. As you can see, yellow shields in a nice line, and the reds in some sort of line. I say line, I mean chaotic direction, and I go down pretty damn early. I take a couple of hits there. I think one's from my own, but it doesn't matter as the fighting rages on here in the back streets. The chap on the far left gets cornered, but he goes down. 19 versus 26, still in their favour of the Imperials. Trying to get a good angle here. It's hard with all the trees. You see all kinds of weapons, 200 swords, 200 whatever that is, spears, mace, swords. Shields are going in, 14 versus 15. This is a close one, much closer than the last 2 games. 13 versus 14 as we're trying to push our way down the alleyway. Now the lines are broken somewhat anyway. There's still a kind of a battle line there, guys, if you know what I mean. The reds are still closer to the camera and the yellows are still over there, but it is dissipating. Here comes Stefan. Great marksman. Brings a lot to the clan. And the fight rages on still, 8 versus 9. It's just turning into a bar fight at the moment. There's people everywhere. Some nice one-on-ones going on all over. 6 versus 8. It's not looking good for the Vlandians. 4 versus 6. You need to be a hero to win this. Game over. That was a Sword Elo, Legion of Orsh. Very nice. Yeah. Cracking me. 3rd round goes to the Imperials. Glory to them and all, but we would like a win. Moving on to the next round. Round 4. The main infantry unit heads out following the king once again to the left-hand side streets. Cladded in chainmail. Mighty Valandians, the somewhat most hated and loved faction in the entire game, as the conical helmets make their way down through the tunnel, which we seem to favour, out into the marketplace. Maybe what's going on there? Longbowmen seem to be moving around on the left. Looks like there's some movement on the far side of the marketplace, but here's the enemy. The 13th Tagma have done a full circle coming from our spawn. There's a few more of them coming in now. We need to hit them now. But we are a bit spread out. Look, we're not in a nice chunky group, which obviously is a chunky group. Charging into a few guys, always going to win. Just like the AI would. And here go the fighting's well on the way. The tree is getting in the line of sight of a lot of people. I get a little bit of first person. Won't see that very often. And that battle line there on my left is just brutal. No one really stepping out of place. If you go on the other side of that shield wall, you're dead, man. Using the spears to climb over this fence and not let the tree get in my line of sight. Blood on every man. Blood on every man. Beautiful. Oh, bit of team damage there from the yellows with that spear. I push through. Probably not the best idea. Like I said, if you cross that shield wall, you're the first target. But the fighting continues. I've taken quite a bit of damage already. I need to be more reserved. It looks like the longbowmen are even getting stuck into this fight. 200 sword in a tight spot. A bit easier for me having a shield and one-hander. Doesn't mean anything though if you know what you're doing. I go down. I cannot say his name. Wow. Good fight again. 3-0 to the Imperials. Now straight away starting the next round without any stopping because I didn't record it properly. It's a very old recording and we smash into their lovely shield wall. A nice line of yellow waiting for us as we crash into them. Maces and team damage everywhere. Obviously team damage makes for a much nicer fight as we're all trying to just take down those numbers, giving us the advantage. Oh, I definitely do a bit of team damage there. Some guy comes in from behind and the numbers are dropping. What's happening? Cool. This is a grimy, grotty street fight. Alright, 1 kill. I think that's the first kill I do. Not a good game for me. Oh, making it look easy, but the scoreboard says otherwise. 8-24, 8-23. What happened there though? The numbers dropped so quick in this one. I know it's a fast round, so around here I want to look back. We're fighting here, everything's happy, numbers are quite even, but then bam, the reds just drop. I think behind me, out of the line of sight of the camera, the left flank is just folded, allowing them, yeah, you can see the yellows there just smashing through on the left hand side. And the numbers just absolutely drop. I get 3 kills in succession, very nice, but it's not enough to stop this Imperial Hammer that's smashing on the heads of the Bretonnian Valandians this game. I've got to say, what a bloody good game, and what an epic, humbling defeat the Bretonnians have finally had. Anyway, my friends, keep an eye out for the next one. Glory to the Empire.